What's up, guys? Back with another video. Alright, we're back on the RSX today, literally. So here's what we're working with. You know, fucked up headlights, faded plasti dip, faded emblem, faded grill, just dirty engine bay. I'm talking about a hood, regular hood. Tire lettering's about a 2 out of 10 on the left side. I got a zip tie. My rubber band busted, so I just had a zip tie on it. My canards trash. I got hit. You know, they busted my lip. I fucking zip tied them. You know, I just zip tied it. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I do shit. And then we got the fucking splitter off of STI. That shit's dunzos. Look at the bottom, bruh. What are you even doing there? You need to get off. And then this side, same thing. Zip tie, but I cut it so it looks, you know, about a 2 out of 10 again. No tire lettering because I don't know what happened. Mud flaps though. Oh yeah, universal mud flaps. They're fire. They're just dirty. Okay, and then we got factory paint. Plasti dip's not on it. Factory paint. It needs to be yep, feels like sandpaper. We're good. Type S, everything's Gucci. This thing has no tire lettering either. So I mean, that's a 0 out of 10. Mud flaps, Gucci, exhaust. Exhaust. It's alright. I mean, it's there. Same thing on this side. Mud flaps, Gucci, tire lettering, gas tank. I don't know what happened. I've been had this mark. I don't know. It's like a touch-up paint. Someone just took their finger and just, I don't know. It was like that when I got the car. Don't blame me. So, yeah, guys. Interior needs to be. Damn, hold up. My clicker don't work. Button goes red and everything. I fucking programmed it and everything. It's been programmed. It worked for like a couple weeks and then it just stopped. Interior's a mess. Don't look at it. Sun visor, Type S mud flaps. You know, everything is just kind of ugly though. I don't want y'all to see in here. And then my trip. Yeah, that's enough, guys. Yeah, it's very messy. Like I haven't cleaned any of this. Gutted. Nothing in the bag. So. Gutted. It's not even bad. Alright, and then we're gonna see if we could get this job done today with the tools that I seem to never have right. I don't have any organized tools. That is it. Sad. I know y'all see the title of the video. So here's what we're working with. Hybrid racing. You already know. So we're gonna be doing hybrid racing shifter and gear selector springs. You're gonna need to remove the transmission mount. So I have this transmission mount right here. You're gonna need to remove this bolt. This bolt. There's a bolt on this side. I believe, yeah, there's a bolt on this side. And then there's 2 bolts right there. And then there's this bolt right here. So what I'm gonna do right now is remove the battery tray just because it's gonna save a bunch of time instead of me having to get into a small area right here with this wrench. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take out that battery tray. Alright guys. Damn. Alright guys, so basically in the middle about to take this off, every time I can see certain bolts that I've previously worked on. So this is that front motor mount that I installed on my other video. Right now I barely touched that bolt. That bolt right there, I barely touched it right now and it's kind of loose. So it's always good to check bolts every time you're like down here. Every time you can see something that's very accessible now that I moved this tray. Like just touch anything that you might need to touch up on. Anything that you feel that might be loose, just go ahead and double check. It's always good to. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that real quick and then we'll start back up on this other mount. See the struggle of not having any of the right tools. So yeah, I don't have any of the right tools, it feels like, and I don't got no power tools. So I'm working with ratchets, extensions, and breaker bars. And I'm not ripped, I'm like a twig, bro. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. God, I feel like I broke the whole goddamn ratchet, Brody. Alright, so transmission mount is out. now we can pretty much do everything we need to do. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect our shift linkages right here. That was one. You just move these washers, slide this over like that, and then that's it. Pull the pin out, pull these two washers off. And then, guys, when y'all take off this the shifter spring, the shifter cables, if you have a Type S, your lockout right here sensor, so you just go ahead and unplug this. Once you unplug that, then you could just go ahead and remove that a little bit right here. Move off to the side right here is fine, honestly. Every time I take off bolts, I try to put them back on because my ass be losing shit. Yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and remove these other bolts. So now the whole mechanism comes out, guys. So this is what the whole mechanism looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and bring y'all more in the light, and then we're gonna put in the new springs. Fucking mosquitoes everywhere, bruh. Fuck. Right here is the shifter selector, okay? So what you're gonna need to do, all you need to do is literally new shifter selectors right here. What you're gonna need to do is remove bolt right here. I think it's let me find out. This is a 12. Damn. Once you crack that bolt loose right there, this bolt just comes out. Once you release this bolt, there's a washer. Grab that washer, put it to the side. This should just come out. Leave all that the way it is. Leave it together, don't bother it. Now you're just gonna grab these two shifter springs, replace them with these. So we're gonna put the new ones right here, and then the old ones on the side of it. And right here there's a washer. The washer stays on the inside of that spring. See this washer right here? So you pull this one off, and this one, and you leave that washer on there. So now this is those are the differences right here. So this is the old one, the new one. A little bit bigger, not much different, but way thicker. That's for sure. Same thing with these. I wish you could see it, size comparison. Bigger one is on the left side, so that is the hybrid racing. So we're gonna go ahead and install the hybrid racing on one right there. This one goes over right here. Man, so many mosquitoes. Hold up, where's my spray at? I'll reinstall everything back together. So now when you reinstall it, it is going to be a little bit harder and way more firm to get this bolt in, but all you do is push it in with a 12mm socket. 12mm socket. We're gonna go ahead and take off these three bolts, my Detent springs, my heavy duty Detent springs, 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna go ahead and clean this off a little bit with a wire brush. Like I did this area is kind of a little bit cleaner than this area because I just finished this side. So I have RTV everywhere, bro. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get those three bolts off, and I'm gonna show you how to install those Detent springs. So on the Detent springs, if you have a RSX or pretty much a K20, pretty much anything K series, RSX, Honda Civic Si, K series, you're gonna use all three. So like I said, it's gonna be 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. God, Jesus. So once you pull this off, it's gonna have this, just this pretty much, bring up the washer. You're gonna see the spring will come out. Grab the spring, and there's a little ball in there. Leave that ball in there. This is the spring you're gonna replace. So this is the regular one, factory one right here. How the factory size looks. Here's the heavy duty Detent spring. Don't worry about the hands is the hard working hands right here. You just go ahead and toss this one in there now. Like that. And then you go ahead and get that same exact bolt. Go over it, and then just tighten it back up. And you're gonna do this for all three. I'm gonna leave the washer there. Just pull up this, pull up the spring, put the spring with the bolt. Okay guys, so a problem I just had was the spring was actually seized up with the ball in there. I actually had to spray some engine degreaser in there. That shit was intense. With me, the ball was seized up in there with the spring, so the ball was stuck right here. So if that happens to you, just spray a little bit of degreaser in this little hole right here, and that ball, and then hit it on the ground. Hit the little ball on the concrete with the pad, like put a little napkin on the floor, and just roll that ball in there, and that ball should just pop right off, like what just happened to me. So to get the RTV on there like that, then you just put the mechanism back on. On this bolt that I was telling y'all to take off earlier for the 8mm, you're gonna go ahead and put RTV on this too. Yes guys, I know you're supposed to be using Honda Bomb, but I'm using regular RTV for this, so it's okay. So we're going in and tightening that Allen key that I was telling y'all about. It's actually right there. That's it right there. Now we're gonna go ahead and reinstall the shift linkages right here. So now we're gonna reinstall the shift linkages on those bolts. Alright guys, everything's installed. This is like 2 days after the install, and everything's pretty sauce. I fuck with it. Let me show y'all what I mean. Like, I really fuck with the shifter. Guys, my door actuator's fucked up, so I gotta use my key. Okay, so don't mind the door trim. So yeah, the shifter and everything's installed already. I mean the shifter springs and Detent springs are installed already. So literally, like, you could feel the difference for sure. Like, it just feels way more stiff. Like, of course there's play because that's my shifter. That's the whole shifter. I have a stock shifter. All stock, and it's broken too. The plastic piece is broken. So there's like hella play. Like, look at that. But the gear engagement is just on point. Like, best 40 something dollars I ever spent. Literally, like, people always say that on all these freaking reviews, on all these install videos. I've seen all of them, and I wanted to see it for myself. And yes, so yeah, everything's pretty sauce. I fuck with it. That shit's good. I like it. Going side to side, you can feel it. It feels great. Going front and back, like going through the gear changes, it feels tight. Like, everything feels good. Like I said, there's play here, but you can feel the engagement. It clicks. Click. 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 And then reverse. So it's sauce. Like, I fuck with it. Very, very, and I highly recommend it for sure. If you have RSX, go ahead and get them. It's only 50 something bucks altogether from Hybrid Racing. Like I said, worth the investment for sure. I fuck with it. It's tight. Next, all I need to do is get a shifter, a short shifter. So that should be next, hopefully. But as of right now, today, I just put on this carbon fiber hood, and I'm in the middle of sanding it because, yeah, it's pretty much, the clear coat on this on here was just ass. Like, all around ass. So that's the carbon fiber right here. You could kind of see it. But yeah, this hood is way lighter than my other hood. So I'm going to go ahead and probably sand this whole hood down. Re-clear coated. So I bought 2K clear. That should be hopefully in an upcoming video. I'm gonna do my headlights too. My headlights look just so hazy. Like, I've done them before, but it's already been a couple years, and yeah, they're already back to what they look like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those knocked out as well. But I don't have my headlight brackets, so it's kind of like, yeah, I need to get my headlight brackets. They're mounted with the 2 bolts, and like they fit in, but I just don't have the headlight bracket that goes underneath that connects the front bumper. That's why it kind of shit looks not lined up. If you kind of really stare at it, it's kind of not lined up. But yeah, when I got this hood, the only bad thing was just this gap on this side. Gap on this side is not too bad. It's pretty good. I fuck with it. But this also sticking up a hair, so I could probably get hood pins, but I want to get the ones with the key, so that'd be tight. But yeah, guys, I might drop the video for these mud flaps. A lot of people ask me where I got these mud flaps, and they're nice. I fuck with them, but they're universal. They're universal mud flaps, so I mean, they're from any car.